Tonight the moon slips into shadow, quiet as a breath, soft as a page turning in the dark. Gemini's winds stir the air around us, not with answers, but with questions that sparkle like fireflies. This is the moon of whispers, of ideas that arrive on cat feet, of intentions that don't shout, they flutter. The new moon in Gemini invites us to loosen our grip, to let our minds wander down new paths, to follow the threads of curiosity instead of the weight of certainty. This is the beginning, born of breath, of thought, of possibility. So we gather under this dark sky not to force clarity, but to plant seeds in the soft soil of the mind, seeds that will grow in their own strange, beautiful ways over the next 6 months. Let the winds shift. Let the thoughts listen. Let the intentions rise like smoke. Greetings, everyone, and I welcome you to Moriah's Spirit Tarot. I am Moriah Tracy, and I just want to thank you all for being here. I decided to do a little bit of a reading. I do have a intention setting spread that I'm going to do, and my intention for this video is that it reaches everyone and anyone that it needs to reach, and that they watch it all the way through to the end. I welcome you as well to like, share, and subscribe for more content, and to help me continue to make these videos. There are some links in the description box. They are to my website. I am also a intuitive, and when I read cards, it's more on intuition, not on book definition. And also, I do intuitive readings, and I'm also a life doula, a death doula, and everything, an awakening doula, and all of the above doula, meaning I partner with you and I help you through some dark times. I don't replace doctors or mental health therapists or other mental health or physical health professionals. I am more like another set of ears that can listen and that can help guide. Okay? All right. That being said, welcome to the new moon in Gemini. So we're going to do a spread. The first card out is going to be what wants to begin. So what does the collective want to have begin for them? And so if this message resonates with you, please take the seeds and ditch the weeds. Okay? In other words, if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. It's not for you. And not every reading that I do is going to be meant for you. Okay? There are plenty of readers on YouTube who are very good, and I enjoy watching them myself, and some astrologers that I enjoy watching. So, you may just not resonate with me, and that's okay. I don't do this for money. I need to say that outright. I do this because it's my calling. Liking and subscribing and sharing, I'm not monetized here. I'm not. But liking, subscribing, and sharing puts me in front of more faces so that if my message is for them, they will see it. Okay? So you can help. You can help send the ripple out just by doing that. If you want to bless me, the link for my tip jar is in the description. You don't have to. Don't feel obligated to. I don't do this for the money. I do it because I'm called to do it. All right? All right. Let's find out what Spirit wants for us. So, what wants to begin? The seed, the new idea, the energy or shift ready to enter our lives. All right, Spirit. Let's go. What wants to begin? Let's see. Oh. I could cry. Because the first card out, the seed, is the star. The star is attributed to Aquarius. It's the star, y'all. The beautiful, lovely earth that we all know could be here. That's what wants to begin. The star. You in your highest vibration. You following your highest excitement. You doing what you were put on this earth to do. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. All right. Now, Spirit, what needs to be released from our minds? The mental clutter, old stories, assumptions, and overthinking that block clarity. What do we need to get out of our heads? Of course. Okay, so we get the Three of Wands. Heartbreak, heartache, grief. Y'all, healing yourself is important. Okay, now I don't mean don't go to a doctor, and I don't mean don't see a mental health professional if you need to, but a lot of the work that you can do for yourself to help yourself heal, even if you have to have a medical team, even if you have to have a behavioral health team, there are things that you can do to heal, to get yourself unstuck from those heartache spaces. I know I've been there. I wrote a book about it. I wrote the 12 steps of healing, and then I worked every single one of those 12 steps to heal this, to heal that, and to heal this. Conflict, the Five of Wands, conflict, fighting, internal passionate fighting. That needs to be released. We need to let go of that. We need to let go of heartache and conflict. That's what Spirit's telling us. It needs to go. All right. What conversation or connection will support us? What conversation or connection will support us? The voice, person, message, or inner dialogue that helps your intention grow. So how can we achieve the star, Spirit? What's the steps we need to take to achieve the star besides healing? Can I get another card on that, please? Could I get another card on that? Okay. Yeah. Conversation or connection. So something needs to come to an end. Okay, the Ten of Swords, and it's from speaking your truth. Okay, swords are attributed to air. Okay, and air is communication and truth. Okay, and then we also got the world, y'all. We got the world. We need to put away the lies. The lies we tell ourselves, the lies we tell other people. You know, the conversations that need to happen and connection that needs to happen in order for our intention of bringing more light, more starry light, more airy light, more communication, more truth, more honesty. In order to bring that in, we have to stop doing it ourselves. Okay? In order to bring in the star energy, which is truth, justice, light, love, harmony, peace. It's air. The star is attributed to Aquarius, which is air energy. Fixed air energy at that. So we need to release the heartbreak and the internal and external fighting, destruction. We need to end the lies. End all of the lies. I mean, full transparency in everything you do. Be your authentic self. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to others. Live in truth. Live in your truth. Because the world is here. That's the end of the cycle. We are in an end of a cycle. All right. What Gemini style step can we take that will open the door to step through this portal of healing with the star energy? Okay, so we got the Seven of Pentacles. Can I get one more on that, please? And the King of Wands. Yeah, okay. So the Seven of Pentacles is taking that step back to look at everything you've, materially worked for. Okay? What you've done in your physical body to make your life better, whether that's diet, exercise, health, taking better care of your health, doing better at work, working smarter, not harder. And then the King of Wands is making those bold decisions, those bold, fiery decisions that you need to make. So Seven of Pentacles says, hey, step back, take a look at what you've done. Take a look at everything you've created in your life. Are you happy with it? If not, you need to decide. You need to decide. You need to make a decision. King of Fire. Fire energy. Fixed fire. Leo. All right, Spirit. And as we go from this new moon in Gemini to the full moon in Gemini 6 months from now, holy cannolis. Wow. I didn't even get the question out. But what do we need to do? What do we need to do to get this long-term intention out there? This we want peace, tranquility, healing for all of us. Healing in our individual lives, healing in our collective life, healing for the earth, our planet. We chose to be here. We should be taking care of it. Just saying. The star is the healing energy of the star. And in order to get there, we got to stop the heartbreak and stop the fighting and bickering. We got to stop lying to ourselves so that the world can happen, so that we can have that complete shift, that this is done. We made it from the fool to the world. That's done. And the way that we do that is to step back, take a look at everything we've created over, I don't care. Go back 10 years. That's what I'm hearing. 10 years. Go back 10 years. Go look at the last 10 years of your life. And if you're not in alignment, you're going to know. And then make a decision. Make a bold decision with the King of Wands energy. Because what's going to grow as we set this intention, y'all, to bring healing into ourselves and our planet and our communities, and we do the work of healing the self and healing the collective, over the next 6 months, we're going to be in the King of Cups energy, which is love. The King of Cups is a ruler who rules from the heart, not from his ego, not from his lower self. This is a higher vibrational leader who leads his people with love. Because the sun's coming out. Leo, the sun. Illuminates everything. Over the next 6 months, we are going to be illuminated. The other thing I want to mention, Uranus is in Gemini as well. So keep that in mind, that our communications and they'll be amped up, I think, a little bit for the next 7 or 8 years. All right. I wanted to do an oracle card for you. So before we close this new moon reading, I want to bring in one more voice. The voice of the oracle. I am reaching for my Ancient Stones deck. A deck that carries the memory of earth, bone, and time. Each card of this deck holds the message channeled through the author. And I'll read their transmission so you can receive the energy exactly as it was meant to be carried. Let's see which stone steps forward for us under this Gemini new moon and what wisdom it wants to offer as we plant our intentions. And these cards keep getting flown right out of my hand. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Open to the unexpected, you'll find a way. Sometimes paths appear in the most unexpected places. Barriers that we previously believed were in our way suddenly roll away and assist us on our journey. Obstacles that we thought were stopping us from progressing create holy detours that lead us to an unexpected destiny. This is that card in the deck, the one that encourages you to turn your gaze upward and believe in the impossible. Star card, you guys. Things will likely not turn out the way you thought they would, or even the way you might have hoped. However, in the end, it's possible that they will turn out even better than you could have imagined. Many faith paths urge us to embrace life's changes and trust that if something is for us, it cannot be taken from us. For our destiny, when embraced, is written in stone. If life hasn't been going to plan, fret not, because things are being woven on your behalf. Your path and desires haven't been forgotten. They're just a little different from what you thought. Have faith, trust, and an open mind and heart. You'll find a way through it, and in a day not too distant, you'll see how life has been unfolding for you every step of the way. I opened my mind and heart to the unexpected. Everything's working out on my behalf. If you feel like doing a few deep breaths with me, I invite you to do that now. We're going to inhale, we're going to hold, and then we're going to exhale. And when we inhale, we're going to count to 4. As we're holding, we're going to count to 4. And as we exhale, we're going to count to 6. And then I'm going to read the Ancient Stones activation again, a little slower, and you can repeat after me. Okay? So let's just take a good cleansing breath to the count of 4. Hold. Release to a count of 6. Good job. Let's do one more. Hold. Release. Oh, I feel good. It feels so good. All right. Our Ancient Stones activation. I open my mind and heart to the unexpected. Everything's working out on my behalf. And I just wanted to do a quick invitation for you. I want to do a quick invitation for you to join me again in 2 weeks for the Capricorn full moon. We'll be doing another reading for that. So I do believe it's on the 28th. So we will do the Capricorn full moon on the 28th. I invite you to join me for that. I also invite you to feel free to visit my website. And even if you don't purchase anything, fill out the comment form and just tell me hi. That's fine. I don't mind. I also invite you to like, share, and subscribe. I want to grow my tribe. And if this message resonates with you, you're my tribe. Okay? Let's go forth and conquer, because we can. Through love and healing. And don't forget to take a free copy of my PDF, The 12 Steps of Healing. It is the book I wrote. It is the book I healed myself to. And I ask you, please. I don't charge for this book at all. I didn't write it to make money on it. I wrote it to help. That's why I wrote that book. Because it helped me so much. The steps were divinely given to me. And I worked them. And I believe that the intention for that book was to help others. Especially those who have addictive personalities, who are not so thrilled with the Christian AA steps or being in a room with Christians. So I implore you, if that would help you, please, it's free. It's free. And if you need guidance, there is a reading on my website that is called Intuitive Guidance for working the steps, where you would send me what your question is or send me which step you're working on, and I would feel into your energies and pull some cards around what could possibly help you get started. Okay? All right. Again, I love you all so much. I wish you the best of intentions for this new moon. You are the reason I do this, whether you believe it or not. Let's do our closing blessing, shall we? May this new moon open the doors that have been waiting for you. May your mind clear, your breath deepen, and your path lighten. May the seeds you plant tonight take root in the dark, growing in their own perfect rhythm, guided by intuition, curiosity, and spirit. May you walk forward with clarity, speak your truth with softness, and trust the whispers that rise within you. Blessed new moon, loves, may your intentions find their way home. Thank you so much. Blessed new moon.